ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Namaskar my dear friends. In this video I am going to explain and describe the Advaita Vedanta teachings of Papaji HWL Punjab Sahib. So I start the video. When you bring the mind face to face with this present moment, you will attain eternal rest. No effort. You must have come here for freedom, to get rid of sorrow, to get rid of suffering. Life is a repeating cycle of death, disease, and old age. But you can abandon this by simple listening. Listen to me, listen to what I am saying, and all is over. I don't give you any task or any work to do. This is not the Olympics. You don't have to run. This is satsang. No exertion is needed here. Without even needing to think a single thought, you can be liberated this moment. If you are not ready in this life, you might as well wait 1,000 lives. You simply need to listen very carefully. It is very easy for those who are serious, sincere, and devoted to themselves. People who come for tamasha, transactions between physical bodies, will not get the point. You have to simply become aware of the moment of the mind which begins this endless trouble. That something is actually arising out of consciousness is only a concept, and it is this which gives rise to the myth of an individual identity. How much time does it take for the mind to arise or for it to be stopped? One moment of thought causes this endless creation to appear, complete with its creators, preservers, and destroyers. Destroyers. If the mind is checked, it is all over, but it is not going to end on its own. If it were real, it could end, but because it is only a notion, it will end only if you see the source of the notion as it is arising. The idea that I am so, and you are so and so is the moment of the mind. I am is the first moment of the mind, and from here arises the trouble. When you get up in the morning, you feel rested and happy. There is a moment in consciousness, and you call this the waking state. The world appears to you with its mountains, rivers, forests, people, birds, and animals, and you call it waking up. The same thing happens at night in dreams. There are no objects to experience, but even in sleep, the mind is not quiet. It creates another world. Who is responsible for that creation? Who? You cannot say God or the Creator or any other person. It is you who are sleeping comfortably, but you cannot rest even in sleep, and so you create another world within yourself. You see mountains, rivers, elephants, tigers, although they are not there in your apartment. You are alone. Neither they Neither are there objects nor is any subject, only the ego is projecting its own world. Just like the chicks return in the evening under the wings of the mother hen, the ego says, keep quiet. Because of ego darkness, next morning they will jump out of the wings of again, and same thing you see. The mind is exhausted from the transactions of subject-object relationship. Give it a little rest. Transcending these three states, you will find another state where you have peace. Few people know this peaceful state of consciousness, of happiness, of bliss, of existence. Even beyond this Turiya, there is yet another state which is a few rare ones reach and return to speak about it. In this discovery, everything ends. From here, all also starts. This is the substratum which has always been considered by thoughts. From where they arise, this supreme state of consciousness is concealed by conceptual understanding itself. If I show you a handkerchief, you will see its form, its length, width, thickness, its uses, and its name, handkerchief. You will not see the cotton from which it is made. You will not call it cotton. If I show you this kerchief, even this is a kerchief, length, width, height, its uses, name is kerchief. Form is this you see, but you know the cotton you cannot see. Cotton is not seen, no one can say it is cotton. Kerchief. If you remove the name and form, you will see the cotton. If you remove the name and form, all that you see here and now, whatever you see, remove the name and form, you are in that state beyond the fourth which I described you see. It will appear itself, it is here. That is now to be gained. It is already here because you are already otherwise engaged in your fantasies. You have no time to look what is concealed. You only give importance to what is seen, importance to form and your notions you see. So if you check your notions, one word, if you check your notion and intention simply for that reason, don't allow any notion to arise or any intention in the mind, you see, for just this instant of time. What is going to happen? So, this is one word, how to do it. Not to give rise to any thought, you must ask the question, how not to give rise to this moment of at all. So this can be done when you make the inquiry into this process of moment. What is the moment going on? That's all you have not to do it. And this inquiry is enough instruction from someone. This instruction is enough. That's all you have to do as a student. Find out what this moment is and where is its source. This instruction from the teacher is sufficient and there is nothing beyond this to say or listen to. What else can you read in any book if you don't listen to this? That I have to inquire into the moment of the mind itself, strike at the root of the mind. If you see a mango tree in the seed, you don't see leaves nor the fruits, but in the seed, in the small seed of a tree, there are leaves, branches, flowers, and fruits that you can't see. So to see this, you have to inquire. This is the minutest of the minute. May it take a millionth part of the tip of a hair. That's what he said. The millionth part of the tip of a hair, so minute, so subtle it is. So how will you reach it? You can't see it with your eyes, you can't touch it with your hands. Only by inquiry you are going to reach the most subtle place and it is reaching you there. Inquire. This inquiry is not going to end. This inquiry is not going to end unless the subject who is inquiring is itself consumed into the inquiry. First, let the inquirer consume itself into the inquiry, and then the inquiry will be consumed into that which has not yet been described, and you are that. Not that you are going to become something else at some other time. No, you are already that. You are not going to gain anything, not going to achieve anything, not going to learn anything. If you get rid of all that you have learned till now, heard till now, read till now, seen till now, what is left? All what you have acquired is only hearsay. You have borrowed all this from someone else. It is not your nature, it is not your true self. You will return to your own self, and nobody knows what the self is. You attribute self to some particular form or name that can be seen, smelled, touched, or heard about, and not to that which cannot be seen or touched. So, how to do it? Simply inquire into the nature of what is seen, what this universe is, and what is its origin. The origin of the universe is not other than your own notion. You first have become I am so and so, and then the world appears, and then there are relations in this world. It is only your notion. Now you should find out the substratum of the notion, the source of the notion. So, how to do it? By simply inquiring what is the source of the notion. Simply look down. There is no other way. You don't need to do anything. Simply keep quiet and don't think. That's all. You have not to do anything. You have not seen this moment of quietness for the last millions of years. You have never been quiet. We are speaking of this quietness, which is your nature and which is the substratum of everything that is seen. Without knowing this, we cannot have rest. This is what is called freedom, enlightenment, wisdom, existence, consciousness, bliss, satyam, shivam, sundaram, whatsoever you call it, and yet it has no name, not even consciousness. It is so empty that even emptiness does not describe it. When you see a star, you can see a star because of the sky. You can't see a star without the background of the sky. When you see the universe, there must be something, consciousness, which compels you to see the universe. When you see when you see your own body, there must be consciousness through which you have the experience of your body. What is this consciousness? You have never before thought of it. What is the basis that you see? Even to start with your body, how is this body seen? There must be some basis through which you are aware. There must be some substratum, some source through which you are experiencing the body itself. What is that? If you keep quiet, then only you will know it, not with the movement of the mind. If you move the mind, there is body, and if you move the mind to know the cause, the source of the body, you multiply it. So, how to do it? By not doing anything, not thinking anything. You just imagine if you do not think, just to see the source of the body, you have not to think. What is the source now? You are multiplying only. So, if you understand this thing, even if you understand, you miss it. You have not to do understand it. If you understand, you are thinking, still you are thinking. So be free. You have to be so free that there is no activity to even try to understand. So free, no one has seen this freedom before. When you discover freedom, you will really enjoy whatever you do in the world. You may be active, but whatever you are doing will be 200% better than what other people are doing. Other people will be suffering. You have to pay absolute attention to this moment. Some say, I will just find out what has been spoken. I will just go back to the hotel and find out. That will not do, you see. What is the use of the rain when the crop is dried up? It's no use. This moment is very important. Only one instant. This instant is needed. And if in this instant you can't be quiet, then what is the use of coming here? You have to get only one word: today, now, everything. Every day I am saying the same thing to you, because eventually in this instant now You have to get one word, it will ignite like an explosive. It will ignite. But because you are not listening, not paying attention, therefore it is not working. It has to work, it has to work now. How much time does it take to burn? Instantly it has to burn. Like that, you have to be ready in satsang, you must be very ready. Come, be ignited like camphor. This word, this instruction is fire. Let it ignite your heart like camphor and destroy your darkness. If a room has been shut up for 20 or 30 years and you switch on the light, the darkness in the room will not say, I will not depart slowly. I have been here for 30 years. When you switch the light on, there is light immediately. The darkness will not linger simply because she has been there for 30 years. You must have lived in darkness for 35 million years, but one click of the switch can switch on the light and instantly destroy the whole forest of ignorance. This is the power of the teacher to remove ignorance instantly. If the fire does not burn the camphor, then something is wrong somewhere. Either the fire is not fire or the camphor is strong. If it does not react instantly, something is wrong somewhere. You will not feel the presence of a true teacher. He will ignite your heart. Conditions for freedom. What are the conditions or requirements for that are needed for freedom or enlightenment? Truly speaking, there are no hard and fast rules or conditions that you have to be fulfilled to be free. But I will cite one example of a king. When the question of enlightenment comes, I do not know why kings are always mentioned. We have heard that in ancient times enlightenment was won only by kings and not by workers. Vasishtha was a king, Vishwamitra was a king, Yagnavalkya was a king, Shruti was a king, Buddha was a prince. There may be something in this because they have fulfilled their vasanas and desires. Perhaps those who have not done enough to fulfill their vasanas cannot renounce, they are addicted to vasanas. Therefore, we always hear that kings have won freedom. Janaka was a king, Dasharatha was a king, Rama was a king, Krishna was a king. It can be won by everyone, but the story goes in favor of the kings. There was a king who spoke to his wife, my hairs are getting grey now. In ancient times, when people were seeing grey hairs on their head, they rejected everything and went to the forest or to some rishi's ashram to sit with him and to be free. This king was very much attached to his wife, she to him. But on this moment, this morning he said, my dear queen, I will leave you now. Why are you going to leave me? She asked. You told me that there is nothing else more beautiful than me. Did not you say that? Yes, I did. The king replied, then why should you leave me now? And he said, my dear queen, my beloved one, my dear one, there is something else that I cannot here you on the attain here with you on the throne, so I leave you and I go. He did not listen to the queen beseeching. The queen said, I can teach you knowledge. I know that which you want to learn, I can teach you. I did not speak on this matter until now because the time was not ripe. You were young, you had vasanas, and the time had not come. But now I can teach you. Still the king did not listen. He said, what can you teach? What is a woman going to teach me? I am going now. Here are the ministers who are very able. They will help you in government. Here are the treasure. I am giving you everything. I will go now. This queen had been going to satsang since childhood in her parents' house and she was enlightened. But the king was not in a suitable condition to listen to her instruction. It is most important that you be in very good shape to be benefited by satsang. He did not listen. He walked out and went away and disappeared into the forest. The queen had also learned yoga, so she sat in samadhi and her subtle body went all over the place to find out where the king was sitting in meditation looking for freedom. And she saw him living and meditating in a thatched hut. So the queen thought, this is the right time for me to teach. She disappeared in the night and went into the disguise of a young sadhu. Dressed up as a sadhu, as a man, she declared that she belonged to Vaikuntha Loka. I have come because you have rejected everything, she said. I have come because you are a very serious seeker of truth and I will teach you. He was very happy. He prostrated before the sadhu and welcomed him, saying that this was the time he needed a teacher. So every night she would disappear from the palace and go and teach. The sadhu told a whole story to him, how he was the king of a certain country. He had a queen and everything, but he rejected everything. The sadhu told the king, your renunciation is not yet complete because what has to be renounced is not yet renounced. You renounced your palace, but instead here is a thatched hut. There is no difference between a palace and a thatched hut. You have the same attachment now with the thatched hut. Instead, instead of your royal robes, you are now wearing this soiled robe of a renunciate. The king left the hut and threw off his robe, so he was standing nude. Now is my renunciation complete? Not yet, not yet. Still you are attached to something, and with attachment freedom is not possible. Only the body is left, said the king. Only my body is theirs. So I am going to throw my body into the fire. Wait, said the sadhu. Wait. What harm has this poor body done to you? You do not need to throw it away. Perhaps through this body you can attain freedom. This body is inert. Why do you want to throw it away? This is a beautiful chance for you to work through this body. Something else has to be renounced, not the body. Even in your sleep, you have no body. Still, you are not enlightened and you are not free. During the sleep, you do not see anybody, yet you are not free. Even at death, your body is cremated, yet you are not free. You have to renounce that which has to be renounced. The king did not understand what has to be renounced. You have to renounce that through which you are renouncing everything and through which you think that you are going to have emancipation and wisdom. That has to be renounced. What is that? Mind. The mind has to be renounced. You did not do it when you were in the palace, and also here you cannot do without it. You have not won freedom living in the palace, and also here you are still bound. Until you renounce mind, you cannot be free. The king agreed to do this, but how to do it? How is it possible to renounce the mind? He did not know how to renounce the mind. So the sadhu taught him. Every night this young sadhu appeared before him, spent the whole night, and then flew back to the palace in the morning to attend to the affairs of the court and the king. She had a very active day and also a very active night. At night she was a guru, in the day she was a queen. She told him what has to be done. She told him to sit quiet and she told him how to get rid of the mind. The mind is a vasana, a desire. Whose desire? My desire. This mind is just a thought. The prime thought, the first thought is only the I thought. There is no difference between I and mind. I, ego and mind are all the same thing. So, how is it possible to get rid of this I? The king said, how could I get rid of this I? In everything that you do, the I is always maintained. Therefore, there is no possibility of success. No one can win freedom, whether he be in an ashram or working by himself alone on the heights of the Himalayan mountain. The I is still maintained. I am meditating. I am performing pilgrimage. I am doing all these things. I am chanting such and such a formula. The I is still there. Unless this I is killed, there is no use of any sadhana that you do. This young sadhu now told this yogi, I will tell you a way how to get rid of this mind in the shape of I. Find out where this I is rising from. Ask yourself, where is this I rising from? It is very difficult to find, said the king. It is very difficult because I have never heard about this before. No one ever told me about it. No one ever asked me to question where this I is rising from. We are working with this question here every day. Some say it is very difficult, that they don't get it, they don't understand. If you are able to do it for some time, and I'm glad, but again, after a week or so, they say that the old tendencies come back. The wholehearted Jijnasa, the fire of desire for freedom that is needed, is not there. It is only for fun's sake. Reading some books and hearing from so-called teachers, going to so-called centers in the world which teach freedom. People are attracted there and sit with a teacher who does not know himself. He is not free himself. He does not belong to the tradition of gurus. Neither did he have a guru. So he has no right to speak on jnana, knowledge. You have to see the lineage of the guru, to which lineage does the teacher belong. Otherwise, you are misled, misguided, and lost forever. Do not waste your life this time, this human incarnation. It is very difficult to maintain the desire for freedom in human life. Most human beings are just two-legged animals, two-legged beasts, interested only in sex, food, and sleep. This is what animals and man have in common: food, sex, and sleep. The only difference between animals and man is that we have the option, we have the discrimination to utilize this blessed human temple of God for the sake of freedom. We have we have had better sex as a pig. We have had better food as a wolf. If you overeat, you have to go to the doctor in the evening. We don't ever have the stamina to eat that a wolf does. And animals sleep much better than we do. Man has to use sleeping pills and other drugs to be able to sleep. Coming back to the story, the king was slowly learned from the young sadhu and came to know the truth. He said, respected Guru, I prostrate before you. I searched, I have found the place where this eye is rising from, and I don't see anything there. This is the experience of everyone who comes and sits in front at Satsanga. Yesterday I received a letter from a girl who was here and has now gone back to Holland. She wanted some clarification. I learned and I am practicing here also, but I don't find anything. I don't find anything. I don't see anything. I just see that I am very happy in this moment. It is this the right state, or is there any mistake in this? Those who have this experience have to say a little longer so that they do not forget it. Why not finish up the whole thing here and now? It does not take time. You have come for this purpose, and I am very happy that we are here to share our experiences with each other. We have to make sure that we are all happy so that we can go back home and help our friends also in this way. This will spread through the whole world like a wildlife. This is the right time. I am seeing the result. One single person who goes from here to quite enough. This king told the sadhu, I am very happy about what has occurred, but what is freedom? What was this idea of freedom? The sadhu replied, you have entertained a concept that you were bound. You were bound, so you wanted to be free. This is the direct path to freedom. And where this concept of bondage has now vanished, when the concept of bondage has vanished, the concept of freedom also goes. While walking barefoot in the forest, we may be pricked by a thorn in the foot, so we try to take another thorn to take the first thorn out, and then we throw both of them away. In the same way, bondage is only a concept. To remove this thorn, we need another concept of freedom. When the time comes that both the thorns are thrown away, we do not know anything, we do not know what happened. Now you will have to put all your strength to not be recalled by habits which are millions of years old. These old habits are also a concept. Where do the habits go when you sleep? Then there are no old habits and no new habits either. There is no bondage and also there is no freedom. The king was saying in this state, and the sadhu was still waiting with him. 1 week passed in this state, and he was absolutely blissful in a stateless state. So the sadhu came and asked him, what more do you want? What more do you need? This is freedom. Remain as this wherever you are. Even sitting in the palace with your queen, is not this possible? I was very attached to my queen, and these attachments could not have helped me. The king replied, therefore I had to reject them all. I do not know if she could have taught me. She was a stupid woman and said she could teach me knowledge. It is a good thing that it was my good karma to be blessed by you, my Sadguru. Then he prostrated again and again. He went around the sadhu many times. The queen said to herself, he is all right now, and removed her disguise. She removed the appearance of sadhu and became his queen and prostrated before the king. Let us return to our palace, he said. The king wondered to himself, why I did not listen to you. Then he decided it did not matter. The king and queen were both enlightened and in constant satsang. Yesterday, someone asked about a harmonious life. A question arose in my house about the harmonious life between a wife and husband, and we had a discussion about this over lunch. Everyone is living in great fear. Harmonious life means living together in wisdom, understanding our relationship with our partners, with our friends, with our relations. This can be called a harmonious life. We are here from all over the world. Could there be any better bond of love between all of us? People are living here as more than brothers, and with brothers and sisters, with sisters and parents with parents. What better harmonious life could there be than satsang? A harmonious life is only when all of us have the same enterprise, the same thing, the same path, the same goal, when we are always speaking about that this is going to be a harmonious life, there can be no other harmonious life in the world than sitting in satsang in great love with each other. To be prepared for satsang, we have to be willing to reject all our past vasanas. We know that our vasanas are finished because this desire for freedom will come only once in a cycle, not once in a life, once in a cycle, which means 35 million years. Only then will this desire for freedom arise, and wherever it comes, make the best of it. Sit down wherever you are so that this moment is not gone immediately. This is the right time to win freedom. Do not postpone for the next moment or for the next day. This is the right time when this desire arises Not that you read it in a book, not that you were told to come, not that someone said, I will give you enlightenment, not that it was imposed on you. It has to come on its own, it has to come from within. The wave has to rise from the ocean and not from the desert. If it does come from the desert, it is something else and not actually the wave. Whenever this desire for freedom comes, sit down where you are and keep quiet. This is the right time. How can freedom be won? Close association with a saint is quite enough. You will resolve your doubts and your mind will be purified to receive it. If your mind is not pure, even if God gives you instruction, you will not be able to get it. You have first to purify your mind. Your mind must be purified, not in one janma, many janmas. You have to be born, reborn, and then the mind will be purified. So, in the last janma, in the last incarnation, there will be desire to be free, and this is going to work. You will be asking, you will be wanting the company of a holy person. Somehow you will be led to him, you will be led to him, somehow you will reach him and stay with him. That is on your part. You have fulfilled your part, the rest depends upon your teacher. The knowledge is supreme, and if you cannot assimilate it, you cannot get it. Then you have to take up your austerities for a long time, not for one age, many incarnations you will have to take. You see to fulfill your austerities and purify your mind and get ready to receive knowledge. As all rivers enter the ocean, so all the austerities practices will lead you to knowledge. That's how it is described in the sutras. So those who follow the knowledge or understand the freedom, it is not for the first time that they have been successful, because we see some people who say we came here this morning and we have finished our job with you. We go back to our home. It is not for this. Some people take a weekend, some a month. They don't see their roots. So whatever time we are spending here, it will not go waste. Surely you will be rewarded by this thing. So best of all is going to be to remove your impediments, hindrance. Only you are going to remove your hindrance and not to achieve freedom. Freedom is already here. Freedom is already here. Only you have to remove what stands between you and the freedom in front of you. Some veil is in front of you, and that veil is ego. Ego, if you remove the ego by your own self or someone who can do it, surrender to that person and he will do it. Only you have to remove this ego. When ego is gone, then the mind is gone, and when the mind goes, you are placed in a state of no mind, and this no mind is very close to freedom, very close to freedom. So this is what has been told and what has been done previously by all those people who got enlightened. No need of leaving the kingdoms and going to the forest now. Again we speak of this thing. Only get rid of your impediments and simply stay quiet. That's all. With the very burning desire, like somebody who is burning and will run to a well or a river or a stream only for water. Someone who is burning must go to water. He will not go anywhere else. Like this, if you have the burning desire, I want to be free in this life before the end of this life, this must be a longing always in your mind, then you will be successful. You will have won the game and you will be very happy always, because freedom and happiness and bliss go together. All kinds of other pleasures that we seek fade away immediately with their contact itself. As soon as you contact any touch, any pleasure, it will bite like a serpent. Any pleasure, any rose that you pick, you will have a thorn underneath the rose. That's how it is described by one Persian poet. When you pick up a rose, you will have a thorn also near the rose. Like this, when you enjoy any sense pleasure, it will bite you, you see. Therefore, we have to search for very pure freedom where there is no unhappiness. Otherwise, in the world, there is sometimes happiness, sometimes unhappiness. They go on alternating, and this is called the world, and this is the experience of the ignorant ones. When there is unhappiness and no unhappiness either, you see, there will be total peace. Peace is sometimes something else. It has got nothing to do with pleasures and displeasure that belong to the contact of the senses. Bliss has got nothing to do with the senses or the mind or the intellect or even the personality or the jiva or individual soul. This is a very transcendental fourth state. Not waking, not dreaming, not sleeping. The fourth state is called Turiya in yoga terminology. This state is always available to everyone you see. You know that you sleep, you know that you dream, you know that this is the waking state. So when these states are projected in front of you, you must be somewhere other than these states. Witnessing these states, you see, if we give thought to this, we are experiencing, we are seeing this is waking state. We see it. We witness the waking state. Dream also. We had a dream last night. It means we had witnessed the dream. When we are in deep sleep, we enjoy the bliss of deep sleep. All these three states are witnessed, projected in front of us. We do not question who has been witnessing all these three states. Who must be who must be out of these three states? Who is it that was out of these three states and has projected these three states in front of him? So if he turns his head to this state, he will be in the transcendental position and he is in the fourth state. So this is to reject the three states. This fourth state is called the fourth state because there is no name for it, yet it is connected with the three states, so it is called the fourth. So to win complete perfect freedom is yet beyond it, you see. That has no name. Witness these states saying that I am not these three states, I am the enjoyer of all these three states. So staying here for a long time, you will find that you are the absolute substratum, the absolute essence which exists prior to all creation. That is the peace and quietness itself. That is emptiness from where everything rises like ripples, like waves. It is all silence, you see. That is who we are already. But we are otherwise engaged and therefore we do not know who we truly are due to some reason or forgot. So this is the matter. This satsang is association, all of us belonging to the same thought, the same longing is only for this, just to remind ourselves that we all are living in that peaceful, in that blissful, in that conscious state of emptiness which cannot be described by anyone. No one has ever been able to describe it. You are that. So I stop the video here and will continue in the next video the same topic of Advaita, Vedanta and mind and ego and soul. So please like, comment and share the video and subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot. Namaste my dear friends.